Today we're talking with Evonne Weinhaus, author of Stop Struggling with Your Teen, a complete, easy-to-use guide to reconnect and rebuild your relationship with your child. Evonne, it is so good to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
All right, first of all, let's talk about your life as an author. Okay, when you write, does it exhaust you or exhilarate you?
I think it does both.
Okay.
I don't think it's one or the other. I'm usually exhilarated or I'm exhilarated when it's flowing easily, and I'm exhausted because I didn't use the word basically for 3 years because I kept on saying, I'm basically done. I'm basically done. That was exhausting.
Yeah.
Basically done and have to go back again.
I get that. I get that. So, did you have an experience early in life where you learned that words are powerful?
Well, I guess for me, I didn't talk until I was 3. And a lot of times people who know me said I haven't stopped since. I remember kind of the moments that said, hey, Evonne, you can write a book. I never self as a writer. The first moment is I looked at the book 1 Minute Manager years ago and went, oh, they're not using big words. I can do that. But I think the moment that the seed was there, I took a course, and I didn't realize it at the time, but he was trying to draw out of us our values. And what I remember is there wasn't, and I saved all my dollars, and I only went my hand up when it said, do you want to become an author? That was my first conscious moment. And I just have to add this. Years later, I called the teacher because I thought he should know. And I'll never forget his response. Solomon Atkins said to me, what took you so long to call?
I love it. I love it. So, your book has a lot of statistics and information in it. What kind of research did you do in preparation for it?
You saw statistics?
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, there are no statistics in
No,
it.
well, I did have a couple that I took down. You said something about suicide is the second leading cause of death for people aged 10 to 24, and teen alcohol abuse.
That is all the research I did after I did the book.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For me, my research was really talking to my clients, living the life of, a parent. And, when people are in pain, they want to change. And
Right.
so that is kind of the research I did. Are you in enough you're willing to start changing yourself?
Right.
And clients would bring forth problems that would reflect the statistics that you're talking about.
Okay. Okay. So, what does literary success look like to you?
You got me. I made a promise to myself that I would give my whatever I have inside of me a chance to come out to serve others. And I've written, Stop Struggling with Your Teen, rewritten it so it's with modern day technology. Just finished an online I'm basically finished with an online video course for parents. And to me, I'm already a success that I've done that. So
That's awesome. That's great. Let me ask you specifically. You are a psychologist, right?
I call myself a relation therapist. So I'm a licensed clinical counselor and a licensed clinical social worker.
Okay. Okay. And so, and you've already said that a lot of the information that you've used in this book, you got from your clients. So, I guess that pretty much answers my question about, did you write this book from that perspective? But it almost sounds like too, you wrote it from the parent perspective.
Well, let's go back.
Okay.
A long time ago, back in the 80s, I had started reading a book called You're Acting Up, Teenager, and thought it was really good and decided to write a pamphlet. Showed it to my girlfriend and she thought it was really good. Good enough that 9 months later, we ended up with a book. This was going to be a small pamphlet. And we did with it. We sold over 250,000 copies.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what this Evonne today says. Like, how'd you do that, Evonne? And the print, for a while, I didn't think I could update this book because I'm a grandma. I mean, where do I get off with parenting expertise anymore? And it hit me. The Stop Struggling principles are the same. It's just the problems are different. And then I had the moment that kind of propelled me into action.
Right.
And after that moment and getting, help recognizing being a grandma is okay as long as I teach the Stop Struggling principles.
Right.
The book to birth.
Right. Do you think that kids, I realize situations and circumstances have changed vastly since the 80s, but have kids?
Oh, I think so with all of technology. In the old days, the older you were, the wiser you were.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we have technology problems, the younger the kid is, the more we will go towards we know they know the answer.
Right.
So it's really been an upside down switch.
Right. Right. Okay, so the statistic that I read a minute ago, and then I followed it up with, teen alcohol abuse is responsible each year for nearly 200,000 ER visits and 4,300 deaths among kids under 21. Those two statistics are just incredible to me. And I haven't had the chance to read through all of your book yet, but tell me how the parent-teen struggle affects those things.
Well, I teach a process. Mm-hmm. So the first part of the process is to think differently. So the way you think differently is you base your success on your actions, not the response. So let's say a kid comes home drunk for the first time. Okay. Staying quiet and not talking to the teen while they're drunk is a first step of what you can base your success on. My favorite story is a parent who told me as her kid was over the throne throwing up a photo, mm-hmm. and just showed it to him the next day.
Oh.
So that would be a way of thinking differently, basing your success on your response. The next part is called turning over responsibility. So, how do you turn over responsibility? So, parents aren't going to love this part, but the truth of the matter is, unless you handcuff yourself to the teen when is away from home, you do not have control.
Right.
Now, if it's bad and it really becomes a problem, then that's a whole different story. So you may end up taking them to a treatment center and not telling them until you're in the car, because that has life and death consequences.
Right.
If not, you have to recognize, where can you take your rights as a parent? Where can you take a stand? So, first of all, you want to offer help. I'll pick you up anytime if you end up going to the party where there's alcohol. I myself do not think that's a good idea. I don't have control over that. I am willing to pick you up. I am willing to pay for an Uber. Now, where does a parent take a stand where they can their success on their actions? You know, my car is not going to be used if you're drinking. It's going to stay in my garage.
Right.
Why? Because if you're drinking, I know you had someone else drive you home. But if you're drinking, I don't really trust you making a rational decision and have insurance for another driver.
Right.
So that would be thinking differently, turning over responsibility, and taking a stand and talking about the problem you're talking about.
It all takes getting out of the moment, doesn't it? That this is the moment that the thing that the parent doesn't really want to see has happened. You got to step out of that and wait for rational thought for both of you.
Yeah, you don't have to say you're sorry for what you don't say in the moment.
Right. Okay, so what one thing would you want your readers to take away from the Stop Struggling with Your Teen?
Well, if I let's say meet someone in an airport and I got like 1 minute to give them a piece of advice, it would basically be talk less more, because words are ammunition, and the more we talk, the more we are setting ourselves up to be bang, bang, bang and shut down.
Right.
So if I was going to summarize, I would say stop conflict before it begins, start encouraging now, and take heart-fueled action.
Oh, I like that. Heart-fueled action. Wow, that's good.
Well, what that means is to resolve conflict without blame.
Right. So what's next for you, Evonne?
Oh, this online parenting video course I'm very excited about. It's called How to Fight Less and Connect More, 10 Fast Solutions to Overcoming the Most Common Problems.
That's awesome.
Wait, I gotta add one more thing.
Okay.
So FAST stands for far-reaching actions starting today. So it's a very action-oriented program.
Right. We can learn and learn and learn, but if we don't do something with what we've learned, it's useless.
Right.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait. Do you have an idea when that course is going to be ready?
Basically, it will be within months.
Awesome. Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes. And if people would like to sign up or find out information about Stop Struggling with Your Teen or this course, they can go to my website, which is basically my name, EvonneWeinhaus.com.
Great. We'll have a link with that when we post your video. It will
Thank
be
you.
fabulous. Awesome. Well, thank you, Evonne, for joining me today. And I can't wait to see all of the things that you basically get done.
Oh, I love it. You get it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Bye-bye.